Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Invisible Condition. It's not all in your head. I'm your host, Jeff Pearson, and we want everybody with an invisible condition to know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you do have a voice, you have a community, and you are never, ever alone. Here on Invisible Condition, we get it. Okay, we understand. Many guests understand. I understand. Look, we get it. Not every day is perfect. Not every day is even awesome. Sometimes there's really hard days. And so we want to make sure that we tell you that we understand that. And we also understand that there is always hope. And so if you are struggling with that and you are saying, yeah, Jeff, I don't know about that. I haven't had my hope intact in a while. I want you to send me an email right there, Jeff@hydrowithhope.com, and just put hope in the subject line and tell me what the heck's going on. I want to help you. So I would be more than happy to help you. Hope is a beautiful thing. So, all right. Today we, one other thing that I was speaking of Hydro with Hope, let me put that up there, and I'll probably put it up there again at the end of the show. But so Hydro with Hope is our nonprofit, and so we've had it for a few years now, and it's been amazing, and our board has grown, and we're doing so many amazing, awesome things, and we want your help. We need your help because we're a nonprofit. So we're funded by you, and so this link right here, this QR code, will go to our page where you can make a donation. You can either do it one time or you can do recurring. So easy. It's not like your child could probably do it for you. It's so easy. And that money will go towards, one of the things it goes towards is getting these journals in the hands of hydro warriors that need them. This is a journal that we created a few years ago that walks people through that experience of, holy crap, I have to have brain surgery again. And how am I going to keep track of everything? And how am I going to, you go to those follow-ups from brain surgery and the doctors just pepper you with questions. And it's almost like your brain empties as you walk in the door. So if you have it written down, you're good. You're in, And so that's the kind of practical stuff that I wish I had, over like 12 years ago with my, some of those brain surgeries recently. So that's what I wanted to create. So all that to say, this is part of what the funds go to. There's more to it. If you're interested in talking about it, shoot me an email here, and I'll be more than happy to set up a call with you and tell you all about it. So, all right, let's take that down. And today is actually my birthday. I am 49 years old today. So March 17th, baby, St. Patrick's Day. And so I'm very excited that I get to have Michal on the call with me today. Michal Cooling is back. Yay!
Happy birthday!
So, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's 49 is a beautiful thing so far. It's one day in, but we'll see. It's all good. When I turned 40, my dad told me, when I was 39. My dad said, look, man, get ready because life begins at 40. So I said, okay, well, we're almost 10 years in now. So 49, bring it on. This will be a good year. So thank you. Appreciate it. So so St. Patrick's Day. So everybody better be wearing your nice. I saw it. There you go. You better be wearing your green, man. You don't want anybody coming up and pinching you. So get your green on today. All right. And I know I'm 49 years in and people still do that to me if I don't have green on. So I make sure I wear green, and you should too. So Michal, what are we talking about today? And I know we're continuing. This is like our third episode with kind of a theme we started a while back, and it's an important theme, which is why we keep thinking, oh, we should go one more. Oh, we should go one more.
I know, we just keep adding to it. It's great.
That's all right. Bring it on.
Is choice and agency. And last episode that we did together, was we talked about getting to how do we listen to
Mhm.
highest voice, not all the other ones in our head that are from fear and shame and, like the doom loops and the mental spirals and all of that.
Yeah.
How do we actually tune in and listen to what is true and what is from love? So I hope to get to that today.
Yeah.
And the kind of mini topic of today is the nuances of choice, because we've been talking about how we do have agency and we do have choice. And the entire crux of the situation is us thinking that we don't in all these places, from the thoughts that go on in our head to the patterns that we exhibit in behavior to our experiences of life, our life circumstances, our health and well-being, and the way our body works in so many places, right? And so we're beginning, if you've caught the series, how to make a real tangible shift, which you'll see in Jeff, because I throw him into the hot seat and he has to go through things spontaneous for the moment, which will probably happen.
Yeah. Those last couple episodes were interesting. Yeah, if you haven't seen these, it's like I said it at the show too. I said it during the show too, but I'm like, look, we didn't plan this ahead of time. Like it wasn't like here's how it's going to go, and then you're going to respond this way. No. If you whatever response you see is genuine, because I didn't know what I was getting into.
Right.
So,
yeah. Me neither.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah. Excuse me. My daughter and I are recovering from a chest cold. So you see real transformation as Jeff models that in the last few episodes of how we really can just drop stuff we're struggling with that we've been struggling with for years and really gain an entirely new perspective and gain the ability and the muscles then to do that in life. So today I want to talk about all of the areas where choice is being made, because A, we don't know we have choice. B, we don't know where we're making choice.
Yes.
So that's why this is important, is we are making choices without recognizing that we are. And that is the key, is recognizing where we have the choice, which is way upstream from where we think the problem is. Yeah. And if we can catch it upstream, that's actually what changes everything with lasting change, which is what we all want, not this merry-go-round hamster wheel thing that everybody's on roller coaster.
Well, yeah, I kind of like to say it like that, with our good friend Pauline that's been on the show a couple times with her company Dunamas Marriages, and it's like, look, she does the intensive thing, which is kind of like what you do in a different area, right? She focuses primarily all on marriage. You are focusing on the overall, life and well-being and health, but it's intensive. It's not like, look, you get tools. We're teaching you tools right now. That's what she teaches. She teaches tools. And then when something comes up, you go to the toolbox and you draw one out and you go, I'm going to use this one today. That's all we're doing.
Yep.
And so if you have the toolbox and it sits in the garage and collects dust and cobwebs, that's up to you.
Yes.
But you'll have the tools after this.
Yes.
So,
and it's like, there's tools and there's choice. And I like your analogy. It's like we're giving people choice. Guess what? They're the ones that have the choice. Like always, I am the one that always has the choice. I have agency. My choice is never gone. I always have choice. I always have choice. I always have choice. And when we are in a space of darkness, deception, victimhood, pride, ego, whatever you want to call it, flesh, that actually siphons our choice. It replaces our choice with compulsion. So we think we have choice, but we are actually acting in compulsion and acting from a very limited view and acting from fear and acting from reaction, not response. And so the first thing that we've talked a lot about in previous series is that, the first step is simply becoming aware of what's happening. Mm-hmm. And I love the scripture, search my heart, O Lord, because that actually is the first step. Can I actually observe what's going on in my brain and in my body and get out of this autopilot mode? So I'm like, wait a second. Yeah. What is happening? can I create a space between what's happening and my internal reactions and observe it enough where I'm not just stimulus, response, stimulus, reaction is a better way to say it. I'm not saying
Reaction. Yeah.
reaction. I
Yeah.
have that space of that pause, of that awareness where I can respond. That's probably a better way to say it.
I mean, that's a step that a lot of people haven't even taken
Right.
to, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you get in this thing and it's like, oh, well, I have no choice. I got to do this.
Right.
Well,
And we're just caught up in these mental loops, and we're looping, and we're caught up in the animal part of our brain. So it's just like an animal that's not like a higher soul, higher like being, right? That has that kind of choice. It's animalistic. And this is what we're showing people they have choice to come out of. And so that's the first one, is the awareness of what is happening in you. Because then when you can see that, right, you can make a different choice. So we're helping people, we're mirroring to people. Where are you ensnared and caught up in all this stuff? So then when you can see it, you're like, oh, there's a hook. It's like a fish hook, right? Oh, there's a fish right here. I don't want that in me. I'm going to take it out. Cool. I'm going to start unhooking from the hooks that are in me. That's what we're doing. So regarding part 2, right, which is like, great, that's step 1. Step 2 is choice. Mm-hmm. There is a depth or a whole dimension of choices that humanity is completely blind to the fact that they're making. In fact,
because they're so automatic, right?
Yeah.
It's just in the background almost.
Right. And we even are aware that we're making them, but we're not aware of the context of why they're being made.
Mm-hmm.
So we can either operate in love or everything that's not love. Not human ego love. I don't mean like love of money and love of self and love of fame. Right. That's not it. I mean actual selfless, unconditional God's love. God is love, highest love, right? Yep. Like love is truth.
Agape love.
Yes, we're talking about highest love, agape love. Yep. So, and agape, for those that don't know, is one of the Greek terms for love. There are many loves in Greek, but that is one of them.
Yes.
So, and it's the unconditional type. Unconditional, fully selfless, in the best interest of everyone type.
Yep.
So, knowing that we are the choice between Jesus and everything else, right? The highest love. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. The highest love and everything else. That is our choice in every moment. Do I choose to operate in the highest love right now, in the words I am speaking right now to you out of my mouth? Or am I going to choose something else, such as I'm afraid of what you might think of me, or such as I hope I do well today, or such as I am worried about the time because we started a little later than normal, or I have to say things a certain way in order for people to believe me or like me, or I can't say that because that might trigger some and be viewed as something non-acceptable to that person, right? So there are all of these motives of choice, as well as the words that I actually speak. So what I like starting with people is identifying what's not love. And I start by helping people pay attention to what is coming out of their mouth, because life and death is in the power of the tongue, and out of the mouth, the heart speaks. So if you can start paying attention to what is coming out of your mouth, or even in written form, right? What words are coming out. This is one of the ways where we can search our hearts. So if I am saying something like, I just don't think I'm very good at blah, 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 then I can ask myself, did that feel like unconditional love? Is that what love says to me about me? If that is not what love says, then what is speaking? Notice I'm asking questions. I'm
Mhm.
not just speaking more things. I'm not judging and analyzing. I'm asking questions. And that's important.
And you're talking about stuff like you're asking yourself, you're speaking about things that maybe you want to be good, like these are valuable things that you want to be good at or that you want in your life, right? Like I could say I'm not really good at quantum mechanics, but that's because I have zero interest in quantum mechanics and couldn't care less that I for whether I'm good or not in that,
This
because
is
that
true.
doesn't apply to me. That's
Right.
but what you're talking about is like I'm no good at like if somebody was in a sales position at a company or something, they said, "Oh man, I really suck at sales. I'm terrible at sales." Like that is your thing. You said you liked that. You went and got a job doing that, and now you're telling yourself you're no good at it. That's the kind of thing we're talking about, right? Like stuff
Right.
that you desire to do, but you're sabotaging yourself because you're not confident in it. Right?
Yeah.
That's
And even as you spoke it, there were a couple differences too. So I want to point those out. And I love that you help anchor, like, what are we saying in practical reality, right? So you're like, I'm not good at quantum mechanics. And that just came out as true. It didn't come out as unloving about you. I mean, did you feel that was love and truth, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So I could say that though from an unloving place.
sure.
Um, I'm not good at quantum mechanics. It's not like I'm good at quantum mechanics. I mean, there's different
Yeah.
ways that you could say the same words, but they come out from a different source.
Yep.
Okay. And the same thing with like our job saying I suck. Love has never said that. So there's
Right.
some things that are very obviously not
Yeah.
love. And then there's some subtle things that are like trickier, right?
Yeah.
But for starters, beginner level, right? Go for the obvious and
Obvious stuff.
start from
Yep.
there. Because I could also say, from love, I am not good at this. Because if that is true, it is the most loving thing to myself to be honest about that. But it can be in love because then love would want to point that out so that I can get the support I need to do what I need to do.
To
And
get
it's
better.
okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to not be good at stuff. I'm not good at plenty of stuff and I'm learning. And
Yeah.
that's just true. But I am also in love in that, not in shame, not in
Well,
fear.
well, and you might even learn that you shouldn't do that because it's not in your wheelhouse of natural talent or whatever. And maybe God's like, you know what? Yeah, move on, do something else. Or it might be, you know what? With the right help, you could probably be really good at that. So go and do this and this and this. So just because you're not good at it doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Like you're not off the hook all the time. Like
Yep,
like
exactly. Yeah,
just because you're not good at doing dishes doesn't mean you don't have to do the dishes all the time. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you gotta
exactly.
do the dishes.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes we're there to gain one little nugget. Sometimes we're there to meet someone. Sometimes we're
yeah,
there to really build character,
yep,
right? And a lot of character is built when we are asked to do things we are not naturally good at. And
right.
again, it's like, what's speaking? Because what is naturally good at blah, blah, blah? Was that just built out of survival patterns? And that's why you're naturally good at it, right? Versus like your highest calling, purpose, passion thing.
Yeah.
So looking at all these is really important. And so, yeah, when we come back from the little break, we can talk a little bit more about where we make choice. And we'll also practice listening, which we talked about last episode. And that'll actually be a great way in practicing listening to do what I'm saying today, which is pay attention to what comes out your mouth. Is it love?
Yes. Awesome. Love it. This is we need to we got a lot to talk about. So we will see you in just a minute, Michelle. Thank you. All right. Now, I have a couple things I want to talk to you about because I'm just going to get it all out of the way right now. So here's the thing. Um, I I am so excited to talk to you about this because it's been something that honestly, sometimes the things that you stumble onto are the coolest, right? Like like I had a friend years ago that was like, "Oh, I I want to get married. I want a girlfriend, whatever." And he was looking and looking and looking and searching and searching and searching. And then when he's like, "Oh, I give up. God, it's up to you." And then like 6 months later, he met the woman that he married and he's been married to for decades and he's got amazing children and and so it's like sometimes you just gotta sometimes stuff that just comes to you is just awesome. So this is how this was. We had a guest on the show with her husband and she told me about this and honestly, I started diving into it a little bit. It's really cool. So I want to share it with you. And so it is, me, I love like simple, natural ways of supporting health, which is why we're talking to Michelle because she has an amazing like it's not easy sometimes, but it's simple to support you and your health. So this is what I'm talking about with healthy home. So it's there to repair, balance hormones, improve circulation, even like your skin, your joints, all the stuff. Like, why not give your body a little bit of help with what it already knows how to do? To kind of kick it off and get things done. Um, so I've been digging into it a little bit, and it's nothing crazy. Don't worry, it's nothing like woo, nothing like that. It's legit. It's got research backing up and everything like that. So if you are even a little bit curious, please scan that QR code, or even better, call the number. And a very nice young woman named Giselle will pick up the phone and she'll answer your questions, and then you can dive in and see what's going on. So it's pretty awesome. Also, one other thing I wanted to talk to you about real quick is Hydro with Hope, which I think is right here. There it is. Haha. Hydro with Hope is our nonprofit. That is what I sometimes allude to at the beginning of the show, but I wanted to talk to just for a second. If you weren't here for the very beginning of the show, I think I might have mentioned it, but this journal is what I want to get in the hands of everybody with hydrocephalus. So please scan the QR code. That's a donation link. Super easy. I think it's Zephy or something. Super easy donation link. You can donate one time. You can do it monthly, and it's so easy and so awesome. And we appreciate you and love you for considering it. And the last thing is our studio sponsor. I just want to throw this on there real quick. If you are a business person, if you are maybe this is your second chapter, right? Like you had a career and now the kids are graduated and you're like, what do I do now? And you're starting a business, you're starting a career, a new thing. Network Referral Group is hands down the coolest networking group I've ever been a part of. And I have found I've found sponsors for our TV show. I've found guests for our TV show. I have found so much benefit from this group. If you are somebody who is in business, whether you're brand new or you've been in business for decades, I've never found a profession that doesn't benefit from being part of Network Referral Group. So, jump on the QR code and just check it out. And if you are interested in even checking it out, please do. I can set you up with a three-way text with the guy that runs it, and he is amazing. He's been on the show, actually. We just recorded a second show with him. His name's Mike. So you'll love Mike. He's awesome. So and that's why they sponsored our studio, because we love them and they love us. So all right. That's enough for today. All right, Michelle. You know what? It dawned on me. I forgot to put that. There it is. I didn't have that up there until like towards the end. So I was like, shoot. So we got to be able for people to get a hold of you, because this is mind blowing stuff. So if people want to get a hold of you after hearing this, QR code.
Cool.
Here it is. So,
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So what are we diving into?
Okay. A little bit more on choice, then we got to make it practical. Choice is what we are. We are choice.
Yes.
Choice is life. And we always have choice. unconditional, no matter what, always. And so our choice is what we will channel. What will I speak out of my mouth?
Yeah.
What will I do with my body? What will I allow to move through me? Is it fear? Is it love? Is it pride? Is it humility? Is it not the humility of shame, right? Because there's the false humility of shame.
Right.
It's not humility. Humility is an acknowledgement of what's true. That's one of the best definitions I love for humility, is just true, truth, right? So whether I got some guck in me that I need to look at, humility, right? Because it's the truth. Whether it is acknowledging my strengths, my growth, how far I've come, my current status that I'm at, as long as it's true and I am in pure truth, and that's it, that is humility. So that's been helpful. So again, we're always channeling something. We have past shows about it. What do I choose to channel? What do I choose to speak? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So starting with speech is very powerful because it reveals so much. So, and then it's learning how to build the muscle, the connection.
Yes.
The location, like how to locate the highest love and speak love. It's like a location thing. So we're going to have you practice. Yay.
Hey. And by the way, for those of you who have seen the last couple shows, I didn't know we were doing this today. So cool. All right. Sure. Why not?
Yeah. And it's not like you've done this either. So it's a new skill, brand new.
Oh, this will be brand new. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I've not done this with you or anybody else in the past or anything. Okay. This will be fun. All right. Okay. Well,
let's go.
Here we go.
So
yeah.
Will you listen to a message from the highest love for right now and speak it out of your mouth? And then we'll see what happens and we'll take it from there.
So I'm sorry, say that again. What am I doing?
You're going to listen for a message.
Listen
this
for
language
a message.
may be more helpful for you.
From internal? From
the Holy Spirit. That might be more helpful language for you. And you're going to speak it out of your mouth when you have the message. It'll probably be very short and simple.
Yeah.
Give yourself a minute. It's okay. And people joining, you can do it too. And you can write down.
Bring it on. Seriously. Yeah. Listen. I mean, yeah.
You're doing great, by the way. Keep going.
What's popping into my head is something that I feel like we've talked about before, but I think in this context it would be good.
Yeah.
The one time like that's the last time we're, I don't know if that's going to ever happen again. Cause in my past, when I was not fully healthy, I would say, well, you never know if you're going to have a brain surgery. So this might be the last time you fill in the blank, take that trip, go have that, that amazing meal at that restaurant you've never been to, or even simple stuff like make that sale. Maybe that's the last one you're going to make. I don't know, just to find that sponsor or for the, and so that one and done, when I know that abundance is everywhere, money grows on trees, abundance is everywhere. You just have to, you just got to find it. So, but that's hard to believe sometimes, right?
Yeah, this is so good. So good. This is a great example. And thank you. I always feel like you are in tune with what people need to be talking about.
There you go. So
Because
one
I've
and done.
right.
One time, and then it would never happen again.
Yep.
Because yeah.
So first, notice there's a pause in listening.
Mm-hmm.
What you and I did was get quiet, right? And we started listening.
It's
So
so
most
hard
of us,
sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
most of us
Yeah.
are not in a state of listening. Like,
No. We're in a
right,
state of
and
noise.
right, and in our actual brain, there is a different state when we're listening and when we're like reacting or generating thought and responses. I've actually sat and been in default and then listened, whether it's to sounds far away, right? Or listened like this or whatever,
Yeah.
and observed in my own head the different sensations between those states. You can actually, if you do it and you pay really close attention, you can actually observe the difference. You can also sit with someone else because our brain waves are literal things, right?
Yes.
That are emitting. You can feel someone else shift between in and out of the state of listening
Yeah.
just from
Yeah.
our brain, like the electromagnetic field and like our brain waves emitting from our head.
Yep.
Other people can pick up on that too. So when you are aware and you pay attention, which is the biggest thing, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, begin
Mm-hmm.
to pay attention to these subtle things, then we recognize, wait a minute, I wasn't listening. And guess what? Then listening becomes a choice. When you have a question, like, what am I listening to? What am I speaking? That allows a pause to get out of a mental loop. The
Like
question
maybe that
allows,
maybe that mental loop is that something that I had struggled with in recent history, which was I have choices in front of me, but neither one of them are good, and I don't see anything. I don't see a good choice. I only
right, in
see
mental loops
two
we
bad
cannot
ones.
see, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
one is the state of listening. That's the
Yep.
first place you went. Second, you did not hear the Holy Spirit's answer. You did not hear the highest love's answer, but what you saw or heard when you were listening is what's there. This is not bad. This is good. When we go to listen, we actually have exposed for us what's in our way of hearing the
Yep.
highest. So
Totally.
that's why the question, what am I hearing and what am I speaking, is so important, because likely you're going to first identify what's there that isn't love, right? Because the world runs mostly off of survival mode and ego and all the things.
Yep.
And so that's likely what is in here first. So when we simply choose to go to listen, we're already going to begin a process of exposing what's there that is not love. So our
Mhm.
choice point is everywhere that is not love, doesn't feel like love, doesn't sound like love, doesn't act like love, etc. That is where we have a choice to tell it to go and to choose the highest love and to feel that, to feel it and to receive it. Feel and feel. To feel that and to receive it in those places in us. And it's not a one and done, since that's part of the topic. That is a fish hook. I don't want this pride in me or this shame in me or this fear in me in this area of my life. Taking it out, telling it to go. I'm receiving love in this part of me. Then I go to listen for the highest. And will I hear it in the beginning of my journey? No. I just found more snow in my snow globe. I just found more fear. I just found anger or pride or different things, like my love of, ego or whatever, right? Like I found
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
things that were not love. And I had choice and choice and choice and choice and choice. Do I choose love? Do I choose love? Do I want that? That feels gross. No, I want love. I love love, right? So this is the process. In order to do the process, you have to know what to do. You have to have the skill to be able to unhook and fill with love. That is essentially it. I pictured a Christmas tree this week because I'm working on children's curriculum. So everything's like simplified. And so you know how there's lights up the Christmas tree usually, and then there's all the ornaments hanging.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's as if we have those little like fairy dust jars that where you could put, did you know you can put like fairy dust jar in like a little bottle and it's like kind of magical.
Sure.
Anyway,
All right.
so whatever, you have this jar thing where you could fill stuff in it and it could be the ornament. Well, right now your ornaments are filled with mostly not love. So
Okay.
if you tried to do it all at once and just dump all the jars out, that would make a mess and be very overwhelming and not work very well. And
Right.
if you finally could dump all the jars out and you just tried to fill them all at the same time by dumping stuff onto the top of the tree, it would go everywhere. So the best way to do it is one at a time, unhook, dump out the jar, fill it with what you want in it, put it back where it's supposed to go. That's like what we're doing. We talked about color by number, I think, a couple episodes
Yes.
ago.
Yeah.
Right? This is the same thing. You just color one number at a time by identifying, oh, that's a 1. I'm going to color it in with love. Oh, there's another one. Color it in with love. Oh, there's another one. Color it in with love. Okay, I think I got all the ones. Let's go on to 2s. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I missed a 1. Go back and color it in with love. This is the same, right? Just like a Christmas tree. How many times I missed something on the Christmas tree? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I thought I got all the ornaments, but there's another one hiding. Okay, let's put that
Hey.
away, right? Oh, there's still another one over there. I must have missed that one, right? So, so regarding this, what came up is a mental loop for you
Mhm.
of all the times you're in scarcity, a scarcity mental loop from your past experience in trauma and
Mhm.
how you viewed that. Not through the highest love, and that's nothing you did wrong. That's very human.
Oh, yeah.
So, can you listen now for a message from the Holy Spirit to you about that subject? And just
Say
focus.
that. Say
Yeah.
that again.
Can you listen to a message from the Holy Spirit on that subject, on that mental loop mechanism, or whatever message there is for you? And you just are going to focus, and you're going to focus on hearing the highest message, the highest love, the highest truth, nothing lower, just the highest. And also feeling his love is very helpful because anything that doesn't feel like love ain't. Love always feels like love. Okay.
Okay.
And you can do it. Just take time.
Yeah. So for what I'm getting is it's not so much that, okay, let's take that, like that amazing vacation you took, and you go, well, geez, I don't know if that'll be the first and the last time I ever do that. But God's like, well, maybe it is, but but that's not because you did something wrong. It's because that's what's in store, right? Or maybe it's not. Maybe you'll go back to that place 10 more times in your time on this planet. Maybe it will. But you got to trust me. Right? So it's which is hard though, because I don't like the idea of
Yes.
that being up in
What's
the
speaking
air.
now? You switched from love into something. What's speaking now?
The I think it's fear. It's
Yes.
fear of, well, okay, if I don't have that choice, if that's God placing that in my life or not, then that's fear that maybe I'll lose that experience, or I'll lose that thing, possession of some sort or whatever. And
What's interesting about fear, and then we can
yeah,
walk you
yeah,
through, tell it to go, right? Make your choice, receive love, which we've been talking over the last couple episodes.
uh-huh,
But what's interesting about fear specifically is it's an inversion of truth. Fear always says the opposite of truth. It's very sneaky. So it's like, and it's usually with distraction. So it's like what fear said was, if I don't have choice, right? Which we've literally said, I always have choice,
yeah,
which is true, because can you actually choose to go there or not go there or go anywhere?
sure.
Yes, always. So that's distracting from, where do I want to be? So fear is saying you don't have choice, to distract you from the choice you actually have, so that you can get caught up in fear, which is a choice, so that you're not making the choice to be in love regarding this. I mean, it's like so insidious and loopy, right?
Well, and all of it is a choice, right? So it's not like it's, you're either choosing to be in love, or you're choosing to be in fear, or you're choosing to be in lack, or you're choosing to be in abundance, or right?
Right.
It doesn't feel like that sometimes, because it feels like you have no choice. You have
Right.
no good choice before you, but
Because that is fear speaking.
right.
In fear, I feel I have no choice. In love, I am always aware of my agency, because love does not do to us what fear does to us. Fear is the one that is actually trying to take away agency. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind.
Mm-hmm.
So in love, I am always aware of my choice. In anything other than love, I feel I have no choice, which is victim. What are we learning? Do I want to feel like a victim with no choice, or do I want to live aware of my choice?
I don't think anybody I almost, I don't know if I should make that statement, but I know I have never consciously wanted to feel like a victim, ever. I
Right,
know I have felt like a victim at times over the
right,
years, but I have never wanted to feel like a victim.
right.
So that seems like wanting to feel like being okay with being the victim seems like a very unhealthy place to be.
Yes.
So,
And we do it all the time. We choose that all the time. But with these questions, what is speaking? What am I listening to? What is that? That allows a pause from the loop to choose our way out. And it's actually listening and speaking love that is the way out, because that's choosing love, not concept. Of course, I want love. I actually have to choose to speak that and not speak anything else.
okay, so how do you do that?
My sheep know my voice.
Yeah.
So you did it, actually,
Oh,
in the message that you said. You
okay.
shared it's not about love said to you, it's not about fear of missing out. Maybe you'll go back, maybe you won't. That's not the point. It's trusting me. And in that trust, I felt love, right? And then fear wanted to rebuttal, because that's what these things do. Fear wanted to rebuttal. And so that started coming out of your mouth. But that's hard because I feel I don't have choice. Well, fear, you don't have choice, because Jeff has choice. So if you actually start looking at it in a slightly different way, as if love is a being and fear is a being, if you think about that and you listen to what comes out of your mouth as if it's them talking, it
Yeah.
starts to make a lot more sense, because we know Jeff has choice. Jeff
Yeah.
knows Jeff has choice. So what is coming through Jeff's mouth that says, I don't have choice? Fear. Fear in reality does not have choice. Jeff has choice. God gave Jeff authority over all principalities and things.
Yeah.
So Jeff has choice. So if you start listening like that, well, what was talking fear? Oh, what was it saying? Oh, it's afraid it's losing choice to control Jeff. That's kind of, it makes more sense if you think about it that way of
Yeah.
why I say things that are totally contradictory to what I believe and what scripture says and what I know scripture says. Why does that come out of my mouth? That's what we're becoming aware of so we can choose. So last thing real quick, because I know
Yeah.
our time.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Do you want to keep fear coming out of your mouth?
Absolutely not.
Will you tell it to go?
Fear, it is time for you to go.
I do not give you permission to speak through me.
I do not give you permission to speak through me ever again.
And right now.
Or right now.
Yep. And what do you choose, Jeff? Do you choose anything other than the highest love?
I choose love. Yeah.
And will you receive his love for you in the place where that fear was and that mental loop was?
Yeah.
Okay, do that for a moment. This is the most important part, because if we don't fill ourselves up and receive him, it leaves a vacant room for other things to come in.
Yep. You got to fill in the blank spot. Yeah.
What are you experiencing? And thank you for doing this for other people to see and follow in your footsteps.
Yeah. It's almost like I don't even remember what we were talking about. So it's like,
that's right. So, I know it just kind of goes away, and then you're like in love. What were the tears about? Why did it move you so deeply?
It's almost like I'd have to try really hard to remember what was there before.
Yes, because it's not there.
Because it's not there.
It will represent itself to you, and this is important for everyone to know. Will you choose me? Will you choose me? Will you choose me? No, I choose the highest. So it doesn't mean it's in you. There's things still in you, right? But that one is not in you anymore, but it will represent. That's why the most important thing you can do from here forward is pay attention to everything that comes out of your mouth. And if you can slow down, I'm going to model it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of practice so I can speak quickly. But when I was learning this, I would take pauses. I would speak more slowly so I could hear the words in my head first before speaking. That way, I could catch if there was any words that did not feel like love and make a choice before I spoke them. That's how I gained these skills. And now I can speed up the process because I'm still doing it. I'm just doing it faster because I know what I'm doing. Nice. But for a long time, I would speak slower. So this and paying attention to this is the first thing. And I can walk you, the viewers, when it's time, whatever, and my clients through how do we do this with body movements? How do we do this with thoughts? How do we bring that then into other areas so that we are operating fully in love only? So this is the first step, and it's the easiest because you can know what you're speaking, and then it can be obvious. Are those words love?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. This, I don't know why, but these discussions over the last couple times, and honestly, through a lot of what you have guided me through, and on the show, off the show, elsewhere, I don't know why, but the movie keeps popping into my head, A Beautiful Mind. I don't know if you've seen that, right? Like that's what keeps popping into my mind. It's like at the beginning, it was all, he had no choice. It was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. My mission is this. Ed Harris's character was like, here's your mission. You got to do it. And Russell Crowe was like, he felt like he had no choice. He had to do it. And then by the end of the movie, it was like, he barely acknowledged, what was there, what Ed Harris's character was. It was like way back in the distance, way back there, and he could choose to acknowledge it, but it didn't affect him anymore.
Yep.
Right. So there's a difference between acknowledging it and it taking over your life.
Yes.
So that if none of you have seen that movie, I didn't even give it away. I didn't give it away, but watch it. It's really good. You'll see how it applies. I promise.
Yes.
It's really good. But that's what I keep thinking is, the difference between in the midst of it and they're way back in the distance.
Yes.
So
that is what we're talking about in literal life. That's a great movie for that.
Yeah.
And choice is the way out. Speaking love is the way out. That is the way out. And so when we have nothing left in us but that love, the cracks are filled in, there's none of those other things inside, there isn't room for that to come back in.
Yeah. I mean, that's been something I've known for a long time. It's like when a behavior or a thought process or a mindset that's not serving you leaves. I mean, this is before I ever met you or did any of this. I mean, it was I always knew that if you get rid of something that doesn't serve you, you have to fill it with something that does, or what doesn't serve you will be like, oh, look, an empty seat still. Right. Oh, I'll just sit right back there. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Receiving love is the most important. Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
I need to
another one down.
Oh my gosh, seriously. Oh man. Okay, everybody. Well, this is, man, I feel like anybody that wants to learn more about what you're doing could just go back and watch some of these episodes. I mean, that's why we're doing this, right? Because that's why what we came up with when we started doing this was we want people to be able to learn from this and get benefit from what you're showing us on the show. And then if they want more deeper information and more help and actually one-on-one time with you or somebody on your team, that's what the QR code's for, is to jump on the calendar and say, more, please. I need more. So, and they have and you guys have so many ways for people to take part in that it's really, there's no reason for anybody not to get on your calendar. So,
right. Yep. Very true. And we're part of a nonprofit, Enduring Hope, and we have donation-based and scholarship options for people. And so I think that's why it's also so beautiful, is like, this is available. This is what we're to be teaching in the world. And it really is for everyone. There's no one with any special skills or any special knowledge or any whatever. It's everyone can do this. We all have it within us. And it's just about learning, which is beautiful. Thank you.
So jump on there and learn more. And we will see you, audience. We will see you again on March 20th. And Michelle, we will see you next on in April. We'll see you on April 7th with another show with Michelle. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you next time.
Okay, happy birthday.
And happy birthday.